minutes after it risen for about an hour. I'm going to wash my hands real quick and we'll get everything ready for the deep dish. Yeah. Okay. What else is that? Alright. Now that we got that out of the way. Alright, here's our dough. Let's get a little bit of flour on here. Let's see, where's the flour? Did it fall? Did I put it somewhere else? We're going to lightly coat the surface of this area. And get the big guns out. Right. We also got to get our mozzarella and our pepperoni cooked. Alright folks, hope you're ready. How's it going? So, yeah, we're going to get our dough. We're going to roll it out. And then we're going to prep our pan, right? Oh man, I'm making a Chicago deep dish, so join me. Oh, let me get my ingredients, right? A little moisture. Okay. We got our pepperoni, mozzarella. We got our pan. Okay. And what we're going to do is, in a couple of seconds, we're going to take our dough out. Hey, what's up? I'm making Chicago deep dish. Hit that like button if you enjoy pizza. Alright folks, so lightly flour your countertop. Alright, get our dough. This is a personal pan size. Thank you. Also, I really appreciate you guys joining me. It's been such a great journey. Okay. Yeah. And we're going to roll this out to about 10 inches, right? Okay. You want to make sure that all of it's even. You don't want some spots thicker than the other. You want it pretty much the same size. Alright. So, the next step, let me get my, so, the last stream, I made my own marinara sauce, specifically for this. So, let's go. So, before I start doing anything, I'm going to put this in the sink. And look at pizza dough. Really appreciate the likes, people. Thank you. Okay. So, we're going to get a tablespoon of butter and a tablespoon of oil. And then we're going to coat this and then get our mozzarella. Here, our mozzarella, right? It's going to be a lot of mozzarella. And then we got to cook our pepperonis too. So, all right. Let's do our cheese. Thank you so much for subbing. Really appreciate it. Yeah, mozzarella. Who could go wrong with mozzarella, right? All right. Yes. Technical cheese difficulties here. All right. Cut that. Apparently, I'm gonna eat that anyway. I don't care. And we're just gonna, grate our cheese. Smudge mozzarella. And then we switch sides, because one side gets more than the others. Alright. And for right now, let's do this. I forgot to cook the pepperoni and shred the cheese beforehand, so sorry guys. Oh man. Alright guys. Some spare cheese. Put that on the side. And you're probably going to use this whole block. So let me get the oil and everything ready. Oil and butter. I'm going to light this up. Alright. You don't need it too hot. We're just getting butter. And oil. And I have an Irish butter. And I'm going to use, that's about right. And then I'm just eyeing it. And you melt that together at low temperature. You don't want it at high heat. And then that will get your pan ready for that, right? What is that? Oh, that's just okay. My bad. Okay, so we want to get this ready and going, right? Because we don't want to burn our dough on our pan while we're baking it. And when you bake it, you want to set the preheat to about 375 degrees, I believe, Fahrenheit. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm just oiling the sides and getting the dough ready. And then that should be good. And then we place it like so, right? And then we get rid of it, the extras that are outside the pan. We're just going to press it firmly into the pan, right? Alright. There we go. Now it's looking like a deep dish. We're going to press that in, and then we're going to cut the access off. So here we are. Access. Maybe I need that other knife. me. Anyway. I'm just gonna take this like such, kind of make it pretty, you know. Try to at least. Now I'm just going along the edges. Taking the access off of the sides there. Yeah. Pretty good stuff, right? So now that that's done, we want to get our oven right in here. So we're gonna do cheese first, and then I gotta cook my pepperoni real quick. But what we're gonna do is just put the cheese so it reaches the edges, and you want low moisture mozzarella. Let me see. Gotta grate some more. Don't worry, you're gonna use this whole block. Let me see. Any comments there? Hey, thank you so much. Rocket, Amelia, what's up? Mountain Blue, what's up, dude? I'm making a Chicago deep dish pizza. A late night pizza at that. And I do apologize to my roommate. He's probably pissed off right now, but I do apologize. This project was kind of a last second kind of thing just to celebrate the time here. And to try to make the most of it while I'm still here, you know? Alright. I think we're getting close to mozzarella being good. Alright, so a little moisture mozzarella. Let me show you what that looks like in this pizza pan here. Okay. And I'll probably shred some more after the fact, but we got to get our pepperonis cooked, right? And this is the good kind, people. It's not that Hormel pepperoni shit. Excuse my French. Gonna peel right here. And it's important to cook the pepperoni before you put in your put it in the pizza, because it brings out the flavors, and it, you know, mixes in well, even though you're cooking it already. Or it's already cooked, pre-cooked. You're just gonna cook it anyway, because it's good to have, and you want a good layer of it too. I'll show you in a second what the pan looks like for the cheese and everything. And I think that's going to be about it. And then I'm gonna enjoy some mozzarella, or yeah, some pepperonis and a mozzarella. Très bien. All right, let's flip these babies. Now you don't want to cook them for too long. You just want to get them warmed up and release the spices. And that's why they look greasy generally, is because they're cooked. But you could always get that grease out, right? You just put your meat in as it cooks. Alright. There we go. And they don't have to sit in the pan for so long to cook. And that's what I appreciate about these. Then meat, then sliced. Quick cook time. Alright. And then I'm going to get a couple more in here. Kind of feather that out a little more. Alright, guys. Just a couple more pepperonis. There we go. Not a lot, but you know, enough to spread around on the bottom there. Okay. That's the key to a good pepperoni. Cook it. It's pizza Christmas right now. Alright guys. So once you got your meat in, layered it to your satisfaction, then the fun start comes. Fun part, my bad. Alright. And a little more. Pop, 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 pop. Okay. Boom. I'm cooking for myself, so I don't really have to worry about, you know, doing this. But don't use your hands, or, you know. You get what I'm saying. Don't eat and then handle somebody else's food. Before I put, I'm making a Chicago deep dish, pepperoni. We're about to add the sauce. let's go, folks. Now I'm going to try to spread it out right evenly across the top of both. You know, bam. Some of that extra cleaned up. And yeah, and there you have it, folks. Now I have a little extra for like whatever noodles I want. This is homemade from scratch marinara. So we got extras for later. You want a slice of this? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I'll be done by then. Okay. Oh wait, I gotta get that back on the stove top real quick and then preheat 375 and yeah, start and let's see. And we finish with the drizzle. Not a lot, but a little bit of a drizzle with olive oil around the top to make it al dente. Alright. Okay, folks. So this is gonna bake for about a half an hour. And then once that's done, I can show you guys exactly what it looks like. Oh, cheese grater. Cheese grater. Cheese grater. Okay. And then I'm gonna make, oh boy. While that's getting ready, I'm gonna make the garlic butter stuff for the crust to give it that, you know, that so good. All right, folks. So let me get all this cleaned up real quick, and I can work on that. And then, if you have a steel baking tray, pie tray that you're using, you could just set it in. Of course, I'm just gonna sit the pizza in, let it bake for about 30 minutes, 30 to 35. And if it gets too brown, you know, or like it's gonna, you know, catch on fire, you could always take it out early and cover it with foil, give it some vents, and then it should be good for the last 5 minutes. So we'll see how this one comes out, folks. I'm excited. This is my first deep dish. The sauce came out beautifully. And that's basically done. And I'm just shredding that cheese for, you know, whatever, like a tacos if I want later on. We'll since I'm basically finished, I could dig a good mozzarella. Does about it good. Actually, I'm going to show you guys that pie. Hold on. That's what it looks like. So I'll see you guys an hour or after a half an hour because I got to let it rest. But I'll take it out and then I'll live stream the big reveal. Okie dokie. Oh wait, no, I still got to do the butter stuff. Okay, got me off guard, guys. Balsamic vinegar. This is true Italian balsamic. Can't get this anywhere else. It's like a $30 bottle. So, now that we got this kind of spiffied up, we get our okay, so now we get our melted butter. We get butter melted. Some of that Parmesan cheese. Italian seasoning. Garlic powder. Iron powder. There we are. Garlic powder. Okay, I got this. So, we do you know what? Yeah, I don't want to dirty up another dish. So this is going to be for when the pizza is ready and done, right? We're going to get measuring spoons. Seems to be ran off the top in the sink. to put on when the pizza is ready. Okay, guys. Okay. So yeah. You don't want to overcook it or anything. You just want to let it get warm. We're going to put it at a low temp so it simmers until the bowl is ready and the pizza is ready. Okay, so the pizza is ready. Sauce should be ready. I just gotta clean this bowl out. Make sure clean. Cleaner than pure silver or whatever. Clean as hell. Cleaner than, you know. Just a second, though. Trying to get this cleaned up. Okay. Oh. Get that all set and ready to go. And yeah, get that cleaned off. Everything should be clean. We'll have this ready to go for pizza. And then the timer starts. 15 minutes. Put it on 30. And yeah. Ow. Man, that pizza is looking pretty good. Alright, folks. Well, I guess I'll get a contact with you once the pizza's ready in about 25 minutes. 29. Anyway, love you folks. God bless you. Hope you stay warm and fed. In Jesus'